Well, hopefully it's a good thing. I think it is a good thing. Does that mean we're not pawns anymore? That's all I don't care about. I don't want to be no pawns, Skip. I just, look, I hope he realizes, I think this is a epiphany or a metamorphosis that Kyrie Irving is going through, and that realizes that he's made some mistakes. He said some things. He's possibly done some things. And for him to come out and admit it, I think that's huge for him. Kyrie is always, I think sometimes that, going to Duke, guys believe that they're smarter than they actually are. And sometimes Kyrie comes off as being smarter than he's this great philosopher. And he comes off as like he's the smartest guy in the room. Kyrie is phenomenal. I'm not saying Kyrie that isn't smart, but I just think the thing is there's a way that he's conducted himself and some of the things that he said. What he said about Steve Nash was totally unnecessary. That never should have come out of his mouth. The guy, I understand the guy's a first-year head coach. He has his work cut out for him because of the situation that he's thrust in. All of a sudden, you get KD, you got Kyrie, then James Harden. But to say that we don't need a coach, I didn't think Kyrie needed to say that. There are some other things that he said. I think, when Kyrie looks back at it, when you're young, you make a lot of mistakes that when you look back and you get older, like, man, that was so dumb. Why did I do that? Why didn't I stay in the situation? Now, LeBron, maybe the LeBron situation is like he thought it was a lot easier, Skip, to do what LeBron was doing because LeBron made it easy. LeBron makes a lot of things look easy that a lot of guys are like, well, hell, he doing it, I can do it. And then all of a sudden they go to a situation and they try to do it like, man, this bleep hard. Man, let me go find me somewhere else. Let me go link up with somebody else to help take some of this pressure off me. Man, it ain't easy carrying the burden every single night along with the expectations. So for me, I am glad Kyrie's had a lot of enablers and a lot of defenders that have defended. Now, you heard what Kyrie said, that he's been quirky and he's made some mistakes in public and private. There's no longer anything for you to defend in his behavior because he's telling you, I'm not making this up. This is the media. Shannon's a part of that new media that's making, no. This is what he said. So for me, I am glad. I like Skip. I like Kyrie, the basketball player. I like Kyrie the person. There's no reason not to like him. I just don't like some of the things that he said and some of the things that he's done. But I think he's a phenomenal talent, and I hope that what he's saying, that what he said is that he's going to make a change. He's seen some of the errors of his ways, and he's going to become a better player and a better person. But this might be a thing. Saying all these things, because Skip, at the end of the day, Kyrie Irving wants that max contract. And a 5-year max contract is about $250 to $275 million. That's what Kyrie Irving wants. So let's not, I'm not fully just like, oh, he's just throwing this out there because no. Okay, there's always, it's never just. When people say, oh, he just did, no. It's never just. There's always a reason. You just don't go get in your car. You get in your car to go to the grocery store, you're going out, you're going to the airport, you're going to work. So it's never just. Kyrie Irving just didn't say this. There's a reason.
Okay, there is a reason, and we got to decide what that reason exactly was. But before we do that, we got to go bigger picture because I have a question to ask you, Shannon Sharpe.
Yeah.
This was an episode of The Shop that aired Friday, this past Friday. And on it was no LeBron James.
Go.
Wait a second. There was Idris Elba and there was Drew Barrymore, but there was no LeBron James. So it makes me wonder and step back and say, well, wait a second. Why would Kyrie want to be on without LeBron? And furthermore, why would LeBron not want to be on when Kyrie is there?
I think Skip, I think LeBron goes on like 4 or 5 episodes and then the rest of it, he's not there. Maverick normally runs the show.
Okay, that's fine. But this was the show featuring Kyrie Irving. All I've heard from across the table now for months is we got to get Kyrie. It's Kyrie or bust.
No.
Now it looks like bust.
Yeah, we ain't not getting Kyrie.
But there's still those out there who say, well, maybe this, maybe that. Probably not. But the point is, why wouldn't they want to do the show together? Because that would be theater. That's must-see TV, right?
Yeah.
Those two together going back and forth about what happened.
I don't think
somebody had to say no to this.
You think so? I don't think they'll ever. I don't think the real reasons or we can surmise all we want to, Skip. But I don't think either player would go into depth of why Kyrie decided to go. Kyrie said he wanted to win his, to captain his own ship. A lot of people said that he thought LeBron was playing for stats and it was all about him and not the betterment of the team. A lot of people say, well, he was upset that he was jealous of LeBron and the access LeBron and his guys, be it Mav, Rich Paul, Randy, those guys had, and he didn't have that same level of access. So whatever the case may be, I don't know if we'll fully get to the...
I don't know. I've heard all kinds of personal clashing that went on between the two of them.
You heard that too.
They got very, very personal. But the point is, I'm still hearing, well, maybe it's next year for Kyrie because he's just on a one-year deal with Brooklyn, obviously. Maybe he comes to the Lakers next year. Well, if so, why couldn't you have had sort of a cathartic give and take between the two on the shop? You want to talk about ratings? We might have done the whole show on it.
Well, maybe LeBron had other engagements.
Well,
he's busy.
Okay, well,
busy man.
He is a busy man. Where was he the other night? I saw him somewhere.
He was in Vancouver.
Yeah, he's in Vancouver.
With a K-Dot. Sure was.
So maybe that's why he couldn't take.
He all over the place. He all over the place here in Savannah.
This is Kyrie Irving on the shop. I would just think something went down.
Let me see. Kyrie Irving on the shop, or taking my wife to Vancouver, or Kyrie taking my wife somewhere who runs the ship. She just had a birthday. She's the engine that makes sure everything runs smoothly. Kyrie, Savannah. Savannah, where you want to go?
Kyrie. I mean, you already expressed it's Kyrie or bust.
I would love to have.
You said if they land Kyrie, they will win a championship.
We would.
Okay,
this year. Yeah,
would have.
Yeah.
How about next year? Okay, so why wouldn't you rebond with Kyrie in the shop? There's no better place to rebond than the shop.
We on what you call it?
No.
Kyrie got my number. Kyrie got my number.
Something happened again that we don't know.
Kyrie got my number.
Well, he's definitely got number, but you've told me that only LeBron could handle Kyrie.
He could.
Well, why couldn't he handle him in the shop?
Look, man, look here. LeBron,
you know and I know.
LeBron had other engagements, and one of them was Savannah's birthday.
Okay, well, maybe next year Kyrie's going to have other engagements anywhere but L.A.
Skip, look, you might be right. Now, this is what we know how the max contracts work. The team that you're under contract, that you're with, can offer you the 5-year. The other team can only offer you a 4-year.
Yep.
But I believe if the Lakers can offer you a 4-year max along with anybody else, and the Brooklyn Nets are not willing to go to that 5th year and give you the max, why wouldn't you go team up with old Gold James and AD?
Somebody said no to this, and it had to be, to me, LeBron just said, no, I don't want to be there.
LeBron ain't like that. LeBron ain't petty like that, man.
Well, that's not petty. I don't think that's petty. Okay, so bottom line to this. My final question about what Kyrie did say on the shop, minus LeBron, was he apologizing or was he chest beating about this? Because if you're contrite about it, it's one thing. But if you take pride in, that's my brand, that's just who I am, I say some quirky SH. You know, it could be that he's just saying, deal with me. That's who I am, right? Yeah, because it's more likely to me that's who he is, and that's who KD's going to have to live with next year.
But that might be it. But I don't know if Brooklyn and these other teams going to want that quirky,
I don't know, because he's right about that.
Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Subscribe here to get the very latest from Skip and Shannon. Plus, go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.